This is dating in 2020 now, yo. Look at that. Oh, face track is fucking up. Yeah. Yo, what is good, YouTubes? This is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC, that is the Everyday City Carry. And today we're gonna do something a little bit different, all right? I'm trying to figure out how to make content for you guys, kind of like in the traditional old way of what's dope about it, what's whack about it, or if you should forget about it, without having this strain for me with the editing, because I want to keep putting videos up every single day, which I've really been liking, and the channel has been succeeding much more with that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film this with the overhead cam, and then you're gonna see my face reacting to stuff, and I'm gonna do splice and edit some other footage that I will shoot after this. And today we're gonna talk about the Ferrum Forge Stinger, a knife loaned to me by homie Winchester Inc, who has graciously given me a fucking BRS Evolve Apache. Like, what? Just because it matches my paracord bracelet. I mean, that's a homie right there. And shout out to you, Winchester Inc, for joining the Patreon too, bro. You know, do the Patreon, guys. You should probably fucking get on that if you want to see me while out with Kelly, because we do some pretty cool stuff, some pretty hilarious reactions to videos and things like that. But let's get back to the review right now. So what's dope about it? The Ferrum Forge Stinger. First of all, the action is going to be the #1 thing that you're going to notice right away, is that it's pretty snappy. It doesn't aggressively jump out like that, but it is very easy to deploy. You could do, I don't know, man. I don't know how many fingers I can do on this one. I've probably done a couple. Can I get the pinky? I probably can't get the pinky on that. What's really cool though is this little groove or cutout right here. I don't know what it's called. You can actually spidey flick that. Look at that. How crazy is that, man? And you can slow roll it too. So think of this as more of like a thumb hole or a thumb stud almost, because you can deploy it with slow roll. And the middle finger flick is a nice touch, man. That's really cool. You guys know I'm an action snob, and that is my favorite thing about a knife, is just figuring out what kind of actions each of these things have. The pocket clip is also deep carry. You got a little bit sticking out right there, but what I really want to applaud Ferrum Forge with is that it's recessed. The screws are recessed for the pocket clip, and the G10 has a cutout for the pocket clip. So it's like, you know, a lot of companies will just slap it right on top and just won't do that cutout. They've done everything that I've wanted knife companies to do with a pocket clip. Recess screws, cut out into the G10, which is really, really awesome. The ergonomics, perfect for the freaking fish paws, man. I got a 4-finger fish paw grip on it. The pocket clip doesn't poke into your hand too much. Actually, not at all. In my city dwelling experience, I only cut cardboard. That is the toughest thing that I put my knives through. So a lot of high marks on that one. Let's talk about the features for a second. So you're going to be looking at some weight reduction on the inside, which definitely reduces the weight. I would have flashed the specs on the screen already because I don't know them offhand. You've also got recessed hardware pretty much throughout the knife. All right, except for the pivot screw right here, which I'll talk about later. So all throughout the knife, you've got recessed screws. Everything is just flat. It's so awesome. It's such a nice touch. And even the Ferrum Forge logo right there is flat. You know, the only branding you'll see really on the blade is Nitro V, which I'll get to in a second. I'm going to talk about the G10 real quick. So the G10 to me is textured enough for my use, is what I want to say. Some people have said it's a little slippery, but you know, for what I use it for, which is mainly cutting cardboard on recycling day, is just perfect, man. I have another Ferrum Forge right here, which is the Ferrum Forge Mini Archbishop. And I feel the texture is better on the Stinger than on the Mini. Although on the Mini is pretty good too. It's just a little bit slipperier. But I do like what Ferrum Forge is doing with the texturing on the G10 from the G10 knives that I've tested of theirs so far. Everyone wants to probably hear about the Nitro V, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and I'm not going to talk about it a lot because I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to pretend that I am this expert on this stuff. You guys know that's not what you're here for. You're here for the personality, the charm, you know, a little bit of that humor, that silliness that pretty much only I'm doing. You know, and that's why you're here. But Nitro V, I did go on knifesteelnerds.com and check it out a little bit. Didn't get a lot of the jargon, so go check out Nitro V at knifesteelnerds.com. Shout out to knifesteelnerds.com. But what I did get out of it is this. Overall, the properties of Nitro V are expected to be similar to AEB-L, with perhaps an improvement in corrosion resistance. I don't know what AEB-L is. That sounds like a chemical to me, but I'm assuming it's a good steel. They did some, they did mention some comparisons to 14C28N, which is, everyone loves that steel. I do. It's more of a budget steel, but like, I would say higher tier, I would, you know, say. But that is what I have to say about Nitro V. It's cool that a knife has it, and I haven't really put it to use. So you guys let me know what your experience is with this guy. Now, what's whack about it? I only have one freaking nitpick, okay, on this. It's only an aesthetics thing. And it's not really a complaint. It's more that I'm pointing it out because I couldn't really find anything wrong with the Ferrum Forge Stinger in my personal use, okay? Is that you have this rounded pivot screw here, and it kind of detaches you from focusing just how elegant and dope this knife is. You've got these, you know, recessed screws everywhere, and then you just have this like bulbous kind of screw there. Like I said, not really a complaint, more that I'm pointing it out. Now, do you forget about it? No, absolutely not. Okay, this thing is 90 bones, and you're getting a lot of knife with a lot of features for $90. It's under $100. I always love knives that are under 100. You're getting a cool steel to play with, great action. I mean, this is one of my favorites to just play with just because of this groove thing. That's so freaking cool. You get weight reduction. You get a recessed screwed pocket clip with the cutout in the G10. They didn't lazy it up. You know, usually when you get knives that are $100, they take little, you know, I'm gonna give you a perfect example right here. This is a Civiviodium. Although this is a much cheaper knife, look, the G10 is just, there's no cutout for the pocket clip. They just slapped it right on there. Not with this guy. It's cut into there, baby. Ferrum Forge be doing it right, because on the Mini Archbishop, you got the same thing going on. So I don't know if this, you know, this freaking rounded pivot screw could be remedied in the future to be flat. That would make it just fire. Yo, so fire that it's molten. I basically give this a 4 out of 5 blades. It's kind of hard to get the perfect score. I think only the We Knife Banter has gotten that for me, just because everybody loves Ben, and that knife is just phenomenal. But yeah, man, do you forget about it? Absolutely not. You guys should definitely pick this up if you're looking for a knife with these specs. And that's about it, man. This is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC saying peace. Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.